What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I am reviewing, demoing the Nudie Patootie palette from Loreal Los Angeles. A lot of people have heard about this, especially if you are a YouTube junkie like me and love to watch all these amazing beauty gurus. First off, just look at how amazing it is. I had to pick it up, and then you open it and you get all these amazing, gorgeous colors. It's very soft, but then it's got some pops of color, as you can see. When I did first get it in and started looking at it, I'm like, what am I going to be able to create with these? Because, I mean, you know, you've got like one little transition shade here, maybe a little bit down there if you are a darker skin tone, but then that's, I mean, you got the pink shade, but that's kind of it. So I wasn't feeling very inspired at first, but as I started swatching and playing around with the palette, my opinion started to change very quickly. I'm going to go ahead and spill the beans right off the bat. These shadows are seriously so amazing, you guys. I hate paying like $40-something for a palette. I think I paid $45 plus shipping for this palette. I'll list it, you know, right up here. But I hate paying that much money for a palette because I love brands like Colourpop and Morphe and BH Cosmetics and some of these other companies that have amazing eyeshadows for a lot less. But, big but, you guys. When I started digging into this palette and just layering them on the eyes, oh my gosh, they blended out like a dream, seriously. They're so pigmented, but in saying that, like, they're easy to blend out. Sometimes if a shadow is super pigmented, I mean, it starts just building up in the eye and not being able to blend. I had no issues with this palette. Sorry, I'm off-centered. No issues with this palette whatsoever. Let's jump right into this eye look. So before we start this eye tutorial, let's just glance at this beautiful palette one more time. I mean, it is gorgeous. First shade we'll be picking up is in the shade Bear. This light peachy pink color is so pretty on the eye. Don't let it intimidate you just by looking at it. I'm going to blend this all over my upper crease from inner to outer. And in this eye tutorial, I am going to kind of be talking you through it. So it kind of is a teaching way of how I like to apply my eyeshadows. And sorry, my voice is super cracky. It is early in the morning. So after we get this shade on, we are going to go in with the color called Butt Naked. I love these names. So I'm going to pick up my tapered crease brush. I will list all my brushes and products I use down below. And we're just going to pack that, as you see right here, on the outer corner. I'm going to slowly build that color up as I do like all my shades. I never just go in heavy-handed. And once I kind of get it to where I want it as far as the depth and the darkness, I'm going to start flicking that into the inner corner. I'm not going to bring it all the way down to the inner corner, just kind of around the top area, as you can see right here. We want to make sure everything is nice and blended, so with my crease brush I use the windshield wiper motions, which is back and forth, and then the little circle buffing motions, as you will see me doing throughout the video. So basically just doing the same thing on this eye, just pack it on the outer corner and just slowly bring it in. So after we get that color on there, we're going to take our first brush we used and we're just going to kind of blend those colors together, make sure there's no harsh lines, just buffing motions. And then we're going to take our concealer, and this is where I'm going to cut my crease. You definitely don't have to do this step because it's kind of a pain, but I have hooded lids, so I like to do this little trick where I put it on my lid and then look up, and then where it kind of sits, the concealer at the top, I just kind of shape out my eye. As you can see me doing right here with these two brushes, just I have a bigger flat concealer brush and a really tiny one. And this will just make my lids look a little bit bigger. Now going in with the shade Topless, it's a beautiful blush rosy color, and the camera really does not pick up how beautiful this color is. But we're just going to apply that all over our lid where we put that concealer. And then we're going to pick up the shade Jaybird. This is a beautiful glittery metallic duochrome type of shade. It has different reflex. It picks up different shades and different lighting, but I'm going to just kind of pack this on the outer part of that concealer with my finger just to pick up the most intensity. This does have some fallout, so that's why I always start with my eyes first, because I don't want to make a mess underneath. And I'll also use that lid brush just to kind of pack a little towards the inner corner. I don't want to bring it all the way in, so I just kind of flick it just halfway. And then I'll pick up the crease brush and take just a little bit of that Butt Naked color and just pack that onto the outer corner right there, just to make it a little more intense. And then I'm going to grab my smaller pencil brush. This is from Morphe. It will be listed below. And just kind of go right on top where I cut that crease, just to give a little bit more of a defined line. Not too much, but a little bit. Now at first I thought I was done and we were moving on, but then I kept looking at this color in the palette called Strip, and I just applied a little bit right there at the top, and it just kind of warmed up the eye just a little bit, and I loved it. As you can see the difference right here. Don't have to do this step, but I don't know, I just liked the way it made the eye kind of pop there at the top. Now going in with the white frosty shade, this is called Stark. I'm going to just put that right underneath my brow. I always like to highlight my brow bone with some type of a white cream shade. Okay, so now we are done with the eyes. I'm just going to throw on a very thin line of black liner just to kind of make my eyelashes look a little thicker because I'm not using falsies today. Throwing on my favorite mascara, which is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. And this is what it looks like. So if you would like to see how I do the rest of my face and then underneath my eye how I finish those, then just keep watching. So I'm just showing my primers that I used, the MAC Strobe Cream in the shade Goldlight, and then the Benefit Porefessional, the pink, Porefessional tube that they sell. Love those. This is a foundation from Colourpop, their new one that they just came out. I just did a review on it. I will link this right up here if you're interested to see it. And then we're just going to take the Colourpop Concealer, place that on all the normal areas to highlight and conceal. Blend that all out with my Morphe sponge, my damp Morphe sponge. Make sure you get into those dark craters. And then I take the new Colourpop setting powder. It's just the translucent one. After I get that blended out and just set all of that. And I'm very sorry, but you will see throughout the rest of the video, the sun was just coming in and out, so the colors on my face are changing like crazy. So after this, we're going to pick up our Too Faced bronzer. I love this stuff. The actual name will be linked down below. And we're just going to bronze up our cheeks, temples, throw a little bit on the side of my nose, and then on my neck is where I usually like to put it. Now picking up this beautiful blush from Milani. The actual name will be posted down below as well. I'm just going to apply that on my cheeks, and it's kind of got that rosy tone to kind of go with our eyes. Now we're going to finish underneath. We're going to pick up that first shade we started our eyes with, which is Bare. Rub that all over. Then going into Butt Naked with our pencil brush, just to give a little bit of depth underneath. Rubbing that inner to outer, or outer to inner. Now picking up the darkest shade in the palette called Nakey Nakey. I'm taking it on a flat definer brush and just applying it kind of like eyeliner. I don't like to use eyeliner, so I do this technique. Picking up Stark, highlighting our inner corners. This shade is, oh my gosh, gorgeous. And I did not have to use any Fix Plus on any of these shades. That's how amazing these colors are. Eyes are finished. I'm just going to dust off where I was baking my smile lines. And going in with Boldly Bare by MAC. I always line my lips. They are uneven. I like to make them a little fuller. We're going in with two Colourpop Luxe lipsticks. I will post the shades below, but I like using both of these because one's a little bit more corally and the other one's more nude tone, so I mix those together and it just makes the perfect combination, I feel like. And I always like to go back in with my pencil on the outer edges, just where that color may have overlapped the liner, and just feather it back over it just a little bit to blend. This is my favorite lip gloss right now from Colourpop. It's in the shade Neat Freak, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's from the Colourpop Shayla collaboration that they did. And I'm just going to top that over my lips, make them nice and full and juicy, and just give it that perfect pout. And that's pretty much it. Oh wait, no it's not. I forgot my highlight. This is from Morphe. It's the Bretman Rock highlighting palette. Love, love, love this. Cannot forget our highlight on the temples, down the nose. Then after we do this, I'm going to spray my face with the Colourpop setting spray just to set and make sure this is not going to budge. And that is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I really, really love this palette. It's worth the money. Go check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, and I will see you next time.